Welcome to CIE Fashion Talk Radio. I'm your host, Mr. Damian Sanders, and once again, you are in the cradle with the babysitter, and you do know that. Now, once again, for those that don't know, this is the station and the location where we talk any and everything fashion, from photographers to stylists to makeup artists to models. Anything that makes a hot fashion production, we talk about it right here on CIE Fashion Talk Radio. Now tonight, man, I got a hot guest in the house, man. He doing his thing. He been touring the country nationwide, lighting up stages all over the place. You got a chance to hear his song, Broken Promises, on my first interview with Miss Nakia Brown, the CEO of Rebuild Your Laugh. I got my man Pt.1 in the house, man. What's up, nephew?
Come on, man. What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Man, ain't nothing much. Thanks for taking the time to holler at CIE Fashion Talk Radio.
Oh, man, you already know. Once I got the call, you know I had to represent hottest marketing, modeling, agency promotion on the West Coast. So, you know, I got to support.
Now, all day long, man, now I got a question for you. I've been talking to a few artists, man. Now, what do you think, how important do you think fashion is in music?
Well, I think it's very important because the fact of the matter is, if you don't look hot, you know what I'm saying, sometimes people don't even want to hear what you got to say because your look make a person interested in you, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, fashion is very important. And if you do something that's different, you know, that's influential, and people start dressing like you, and then they follow the music as well because they like how your presentation is.
Now, dig that. Now, I see a lot of what you call them memes or memes on Facebook, and they talk about the wide distinction between rappers in the 1990s, you know what I'm saying, the roughneck rappers, and the rappers of the millennium now dressing like, you know, I don't know what you call it, but how do you think, you know what I'm saying, that fashion has evolved over the last decade or so?
You know, I think the difference is a lot of people say that the dress now is more feminine, or the colors now are more feminine. But to me personally, like, if you have fashion or if you have style, you know, it's always good to be unique, you know. You never know. Like I said, back in the days, you look at Cameron, and before that, nobody was wearing pink. But I used to wear pink, and I used to get called different types of names. But then once he came out with that pink fur, everyone started wearing it. So, I mean, right now it might be unacceptable to an older generation, but I think it's just cool, you know, for people to be who they want to be.
Now, in your opinion, who do you see out there right now that's taking the most chances as far as fashion is concerned, an artist?
I mean, you always have to say Kanye West because that's the life that he's living right now. Young Thug, I see him. Man, just a lot of the younger artists, you know, like, well, A$AP Rocky has always been into the fashion, you know, so yeah, pretty much those are the ones that stick out, you know, off the top of my head.
Now, once again, this is CIE Fashion Talk Radio, man, where we talk everything fashion. I got my man and hot artist, man, Pt.1 in the house. Got the hot joint out there that's blazing the charts up, man, Broken Promise. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But, man, back in the day, you know, we had a lot of companies that was out there that really sponsored, you know what I'm saying, rappers. We had FUBU, we had South Pole, like any artist that was hot had a specific clothing line that was directly backing them. Now, why don't we see that as much, you know what I'm saying, you know, in today's music game?
I believe the market got oversaturated. So, you know, it's just like the market as far as rappers. Everybody raps now. And at one point, you know, everyone had a clothing line. So Snoop, Puffy, Jay-Z, FUBU, Carl Kanai, you know what I'm saying, State Property, Eminem's. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a clothesline to where it just became, it wasn't profitable anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like buying a CD. You know, you buy your favorite artist's clothes, but, you know what I'm saying, the wealth is going to be spread all the way out. But then again, it wasn't too wealthy anymore.